So here's the solution guide for problem 5 from this worksheet. So at the local woodcarving event, we got 12 hours to do a carve off, and you can make signs or you can make little pine trees. And at most you can do 15 carvings. It takes you 3/4 of an hour for a sign and an hour to carve out a small pine tree. How many should you make? If the signs will net you 25 bucks and the trees will net you $30. So step 1, read the problem and declare some variables. So the things that we are making are signs that we make. Let x be the number of signs, and y is the number of trees that we carve out. Our restrictions are that you can only make 15, and you have 12 hours to do it. So if you wanted to write those out with our variables, our time constraint is we have to be less than 12 hours, and our total amount constraint is that we can at most make 15. So participants could complete 15 carvings. You could complete less. So for the time ones, the signs take you 3/4 hours, so you're doing 3/4 times x, and the trees take 1 hour. And for the total amount, well, you're just adding up how much you got. The most you can make is 15. You only get 15 pieces of starting wood. And there are 2 inequalities that we are going to be graphing. Now, neither of these are in slope-intercept form. The quick way of getting these into slope-intercept form is to subtract the x off on both sides. So like if you look at this first equation, what we can do is subtract that 3/4 x, then we'd be left with y is negative 3/4 x plus 12. And graphing that is really fast. Again, we'll start at our y-intercept at 0, 12. We're going to go down 3/4, down 3/4, down 3/4, and down 3/4. Do your best to graph that neatly. And we want to be less than that, so we're going to be shading everything below here. For our other line, we just subtract the x, so we're going to get y is less than or equal to negative x plus 15. So we're starting at 15, and we're going, our slope is -1. If there's no number, it's a 1 there, and here we got negative, so we're going all the way down like that. So following that corner diagonal the best we can. And you'll see that as we get closer, we do have a crossing point right there. And it looks like right there, but I just got a little bit sloppy. So that crossing point is at 12, 3. That is the intersection point of those 2 lines. The other important points are up here at 0, 12. And then down here at 15, 0. So those 3 are your critical points because we have to be less than this line, and then we have to be less than this line. And again, we're not doing any negatives, so we can't have negative amount of signs or anything. So then the overall shaded region, here we go, is going to be from there to there and down to here. So everything inside of this is going to be our solution set. Now what we want to do is we want to maximize that, so we're going to try to get out as far away from the origin as we can, pushing all the way up to my 0, 12, or all the way to my 12, 3, or all the way to my 15, 0. So our profit equation, the signs give you $25 a pop, or a sign, and the trees sell for $30. So we're getting $20 for the, $25 for the sign. Let's back that up. $25 for each sign, and $30 for each tree. So that first point right here is going to give you $0 for not making any signs, but it'll give you $360 for making that. So that's how much money you make if you only make the pine trees. the middle point right here is $25 for every sign and $30 for every pine tree. This is like having 12 quarters. It's like $3 or 300 cents. And this is 30 times 3 is 90. If you add those up, you're going to get $390 going that way. So far, that's better. And then for the last point, that 15.0, and here you're not making any pine trees. Well, 25 times 5 is $375. It's just short of $4 there if you got 15 quarters. So what should you do to maximize your profit? You should be making 12 signs and 3 pine trees.